Hello and welcome to Newsworthy Stories with Jacqueline Jimenez. As you can see, I am in my golf shirt this morning because I am with the Mr. William McCormick. He is the founder of the South Florida HBCU Golf Classic, and it's time to tee off, right? Is that
It's,
right, William?
it's upon us. It's upon us. Yeah.
So, what's going on? Tell me about the South Florida HBCU Golf Classic. And the first year you had it, it was sold out.
Well, the pandemic had us all, entrenched inside. And last year we hosted the South Florida HBCU Golf Classic at the beautiful Ritz-Carlton, Naples, Tiburon course. And we had golfers from all over the country who migrated down to Southwest Florida. And we had a fantastic time. I mean, when I tell you from California, from Texas, from North Carolina, from Atlanta, Georgia, from Orlando, from Virginia and from Maryland. I mean, golfers. I mean, it was really breathtaking to see the number of smiling faces and the professionals who visited beautiful South Florida, and we had a fantastic day of golf, networking, and we raised money to help kids matriculating at Florida universities and other HBCUs across the country. And it was just a fabulous day. And from that event, we now have a longstanding 5-year commitment from Tiburon to host this event every year, the third Saturday in the month of July. And we gather, and you know what? We're in year two. So on July 16th this year, we're going to be back at it on the legs, swinging, having fun, raising money to help kids, and meeting new friends and new professionals.
And I mean, this Tiburon golf course, I mean, this is where the PGA, holds their championships. I mean, you're going to get this, you know, red carpet treatment when you get there. Plus, from my understanding, it's been renovated. Uh,
Well, I can tell you, it is a 5-star result, and every bit of it is 5-star. From the moment you drive into the entrance until the time you leave, the service is impeccable. The staff and the workers there at Tiburon at the Ritz Carlton, I mean, they are just, it was open arms, red carpet, and it was more than what a lot of us even expected.
I tell you, I'm looking forward to even going there and seeing what you're going to do because talk to us a little bit about who this golf classic actually helps
You
and
know,
why you're
um,
doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I was a college student matriculating, first in the family to go to college, and it was college is hard, not just the studies and being away from home and your family. Most times you're in new surroundings, so you're trying to find your way through. And the real challenge is once you get there, you don't want to leave. And there are real simple, things that keeps you there. But one thing, if you don't have money, you don't get to stay. And a lot of times it's not a lot of money. It's just small buckets of, fill the gap kind of money. And I remember during my years in college, there are a lot of friends who, unfortunately couldn't come back because they didn't have that fill in the gap, balance to stay in school. And that resonated with me over the years. And I've always wanted to help where I can. And this golf tournament is just one of the ways that we can come together as professionals and people who are concerned about the next generation getting a real, quality opportunity to be productive citizens and bring their contributions to help our society. Well, this is the way to do it, right? I mean, you get young people. They're very bright. They need directions, but they also need a little help to close that gap. So the funds that we raise from this event, it goes directly to the universities to ensure that those kids who need that gap get help. And that's the whole premise behind it. That's the whole vision behind it. And the fact when you see a kid, representing their family and their communities, go home for the break and they get to leave to come back to college. That's a big deal. I mean, sometimes it's embarrassing to leave for the first time. You come back and then you're stuck back to where you started. That's not what our kids deserve. And I think if we're in a position to assist them, then we should.
Yeah, absolutely. And what you're doing is not only assisting them, but you're giving them, a key element I find in business.
Yes.
when you're out there, you're actually giving them a trade by
Yeah.
encouraging them to enter into uh, playing golf
Yeah.
because it is a place where you network. And I know one of the things that we are sharing is to what? Bring a young golfer with
Bring a
you.
young golfer with you. Absolutely. I mean, not only that, the game of golf is about character, and you learn patience. But more importantly, you're connecting the dots in your own selves because when you play the game of golf, you're playing against yourself. You're not playing against the people in your group. You're playing against yourself. So you have to be able to know how do I build a repetition of excellence to strike the ball, put the ball. You can talk trash every now and then and have fun with the guys and girls, but at the end of the day, it's about you giving 100% of yourselves towards something, and that part of the game people miss. It is the toughest game I've ever played, and I've been an athlete since I was 9 years old. But golf is very challenging, but it has also been inspiring to me.
So this young man, I had a chance to meet him with you, and he was one of your the first recipients from last year. And can you tell me a little bit about who this young man is and how you were able to help him?
Yeah, Darius is a very unique kid, and you know, when you're in business, you learn human behavior, so you learn a lot about people quick. You have to make judgment quick. I got to meet Darius last year during the golf classic, and his grandfather, who actually was playing, brought him there. And you know what? I put him on my team because he was the youngest golfer there. Well, one of the youngest golfers. We have young female golfers there as well, but he was the youngest male golfer, so I put him on my group. And we tee off, Jacqueline, and he hits the ball with the iron. I mean, iron, a long iron. I think it was a 3-iron, and I hit my 3-wood. And his ball went about 40 yards in front of me. And I was like, well, who's this kid? Right. But he was kind of quiet, meek, and, just out to play golf because his granddad had brought him to the event. But after about 3 holes, he loosened up and he was understanding that it was about fun for the day. And I started just chatting with him about what was his aspiration, what was his plans for life, and just started embedding some wisdom about what I had gone through as a college kid. And then he expressed to me that he wanted to play college golf and he wanted to play. He was at Prairie View University, and he didn't have a scholarship. And he was concerned about going back because he needed a few $1,000s to be able to pay the difference because he didn't get a scholarship to play golf. So just during the rest of the day playing, we went, had the luncheon after the event. We played very well. Our team won first place. But
That's
because we
nice.
were the host, we donated the first prize to the second place team. But during the luncheon, I can see the gleam still in his eyes. And I brought him to the front of the room and introduced him to the participants of the golf classic. And I explained to them that here's a young man. He's not at Florida Memorial, but he's at a HBCU. He has an aspiration to play golf, and he has the aspiration to major in business. And I think we were compelled to support him. No one knew I was going to do it. I didn't even know I was going to make this ask to the crowd or to the participants, and neither did his grandfather. No one knew. And we raised enough money for him, separate and apart from what we raised in the golf tournament. These were lunching participants.
Hmm.
And we raised enough money not only to cover his gap, but to give him money to be able to have the necessities to play golf. He needed better equipment. He needed to pay his fees to play. He needed to have a prayer. We were able to do that within 45 minutes that
Wow.
changed his life. And so after the tournament,
It also tells you about the caliber of people
people who were
that
there,
are
absolutely,
participating,
at the event,
at the golf classic.
very giving, they understand that, if we come together, there's a lot of lives we can change. And it was evident. And so he'll be coming back so we can introduce him and he can talk about, he didn't get the play at Prairie View. He actually transferred to Miles College
Yeah.
and he made the team.
Oh my.
And next year, they're expecting him, which will be the season of 2023, they're expecting him to be one of the team leaders. And he practiced hard, he works hard, he has great grades in school. And we're just so proud of him. And he's a byproduct of something that was just someone being generous. And those were all those individuals who were sharing lunch with us last year.
Well, let's talk about a little bit of that generosity before we sign off here. And that is, you've got sponsors who are, supporting you right now. We know that we still need more, people to join in so we can help more.
Yeah.
So can you talk about some of the sponsorships or some of the ways that people can help even if they can't go to the tournament themselves?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say enough about Nature's Benefit by the HBCU network with Urban Advanced Network, Accordius, Jack Daniels, Figures Communication, King Security. And we have a list of these individuals supported us last year. And they reached out to say, make sure you count us in for this year.
Nice.
And that was very, humbling to see the commitment from them. I mean, these are great CEOs who run great companies or representative of companies who are committed to helping young people an opportunity. And you know what? Even if you don't play golf or you want to, come and enjoy the event, you're welcome to do that. You can make a contribution, you can make a donation. Every part of what we do is going to change the lives of some young person. So if you're part of a corporation or you're part of an initiative that want to see young people get through college without having to struggle because of the gap, you know what? You can go to birdies.com, BRDEASC.com/HBCU golf. I mean, you can anything you want to be able to do to support, even if you want to promote some of the activities or items or products that you serve or that you sell. We'll share it in our swag bag with all our participants. We'll do whatever we can do on our end to help promote and say thank you for your generosity because you don't have to do it. People who contribute to these events and other events, they don't have to do it. They do it because they're generous and they want to see, young people get a fair opportunity.
Well, William, I thank you so much. And, I'm like torn. I'm like, should I say it? Should I not say it? But you know what? Opportunity is opportunity. So, William, I'm going to share your dream and your dream because, you came and went through Florida Memorial University. But hey, they don't have a golf program yet. But I
And
know
one day, Jacqueline, that is the ultimate goal. You're going to see a golf program at Florida Memorial. I can assure you that.
and I know that you're going to be behind it. So if you're listening and you want to be on that bandwagon, starting a golf program at Florida Memorial University, well, you heard it here first. And so I'm just putting that little bird out there for your
Yeah,
birdies.com slash
yeah,
HBCU golf. Let's get a golf program and golf going, July 16th. Sign up, be there. It's a beautiful place. You can bring your whole family and just make it a mini vacation.
yeah.
So enjoy yourself, sign up today. And William, thank you so much for joining me.
My pleasure. Thank you very much for all your help.
Thanks for watching Newsworthy Stories with Jacqueline Jimenez. We'll see you next week.
You there.